of a dentistry. I don't know if that's the correct term for it, but it sounds like a business that requires a lot of equipment, and a lot of expensive equipment. And unlike, for example, my business where I literally just needed my laptop and an internet connection to start. Um, how did you go about, um, raising the funds to start that business? Because a lot of times I hear people about, oh, I want to start a business, but I don't have time. What is what is your idea around that? The whole point of um, starting a business, and if it does require equipment and funding, how did you do it, and what is your idea around that?
Oh, okay. So your network is a little unstable. So I keep on, you pause, but I heard the whole question because I read the questions. So I just want to find out from you. When I talk, do I pause?
There's a like a back. You know what, my partner? Let me just swap. Let me actually swap networks quickly. I'm gonna jump out and then I'm gonna come back again. What do you think?
Okay, that's fine. So I can go on with this live and then wait for you to swap your network, ne?
Okay, perfect.
All right. Okay, so the question that she was asking, she was saying that dentistry and starting a private practice basically requires a lot of funds. It requires a lot of equipment. It does. It requires equipment. It requires materials. It requires instruments. It requires a lot. It requires office furniture. So we have not even started including office furniture. It requires advertisement, so it requires marketing a lot. So she was asking, how did I do it? So with me, my friend invested in my business. Her name is Nentata Kumete. I think you've seen me tag her a lot. They invested in my business. She took out some of her savings and then she said, okay, I think we can do this thing. I think it can work. I think that she believed in me. I really, really love her for that. She still does every single day of her life. And then with some of the funds, we had to make arrangements with the technician that will pay him. So we said, okay, if you do this for us, and then we can pay you. So I had to do some locums in between. So it was not quite an easy one. I don't know why I never went through the NYDA or the funding route. I don't know. Maybe I didn't have much knowledge about it, or I didn't know much about it. But that's how we started the business, me and me. And I'm grateful for that process and route because it taught me a lot. It taught me how to save. It taught me that you can start from anything, and that's why I do encourage people that sometimes you wait for funding, and funding is not going to come. I think this issue is addressed like so many times. That guys, start now. Start with what you have. Start with your 10 rand. We wait so much on our dreams for funding. We wait for who's gonna come and rescue me. We wait. I'm gonna save money to buy stock. We wait a lot. So I think that would sort of like taught me that I can start from anything. I can do anything. I didn't have to wait for funding. So I think with your idea and your business, listen, the funding is not gonna come, or at least it's not gonna come now. No one's going to find you. So you need to start with where you are. Start with what you have. Too often I feel and I think that as entrepreneurs, or if one wants to start a business, they want to start with this big idea of, okay, mina business yami ngifuna ukuthi ibe nan, and too often it doesn't happen like that. It's not just a boom. You have to start somewhere. So that's why we say start with what you have. I'm going to make an example. So if you've seen some of my posts, I've said that I'm the 5 a.m. captain. So I started gym. I was unhappy with some of the changes in my body and about how unfit I am. I wasn't fit. Like I would just climb stairs and I would get to the top and I was heavily breathing and I didn't understand why. So I started gym. So when I started gym, Some other times, the pictures that you see of Jim are full of six packs, you know, they've got nice attire on, you know, the background or the workout area is so ideal and is so perfect. And I said to myself, you know what, I'm going to start with whatever. So I said, I'm not going to buy gym apparel or gym activewear until I've achieved a certain goal. Otherwise, I've had gym wear, but ended up not working out. So I'm going to work on a reward system. So I said to myself, okay, you're going to reach a certain goal, and then after you're happy with that, you're going to buy yourself something. Work on a certain goal, achieve it, and then buy yourself something. So that's what I've been doing. And I just start with what I have. If you're on my WhatsApp, you know that 5 a.m., the captain sends it meetings with off to gym. So I don't want a perfect story, because you have to track my progress and see where I've started. And for those who have seen the photos over the past couple of months, they know that I've definitely made progress. So it's the same with your business. You need to start somewhere, and there needs to be a change. You know, when I see pictures of Heavy K, the before and the after, Black Coffee, you know, where these people were DJing, Shimza, you know, it's not an overnight. And I'm not talking about only the entertainment industry, but Steve Jobs, how he started Apple in his garage, Amazon, is it George Bezos? I think he also started in his garage, and I can't remember who else, but it's one of these top big threes. Something must start somewhere. So you cannot expect you to start with the picture of your perfect business plan, because remember, a business plan is so perfect and you just want to follow it through. It's not going to happen like that. So me personally, I've made peace with me that I'm going to be happy with people seeing my progress, because I think that's where we miss the magic. We miss the process altogether. We want to get to the end goal. So you see people, nice white ladies, ponytail, they're looking so posh, you know, there's a six-pack, and you'll be thinking, oh no, I'm going to post when I get there. And then you miss this entire process. But where's the motivation there? Where did this person start? So I think with business is the same as that. So that process has taught me to endure, that I can start with anything and anyhow, and that I can basically do anything. So it's the same with anything in life. Don't be scared of posting the process. It's where the magic is. You know, it keeps you going. It's okay, I was there, now I'm here. So I think we've gotten accustomed to this Instagram live. Somebody's on, I'm gonna add her again. We've gotten accustomed to this Instagram perfect picture, you know, that oh no, I need this, I need that, my business needs to look like that. No, the magic is in the process. So Mina, I'm not scared to post where I am and my journey. I'm waiting for Bali to connect now. Are you good, partner?
I'm good. Well, continue with what you were saying, because that was fire. I could just hear it.
No, I was saying that the question that you were asking of how I started. So I said that my friend invested in my business, and then we made arrangement with what we were owing that we'll pay them with time. So I said that that whole process basically taught me to be patient and to start anywhere and anyhow. So I said that people most of the time, they want microwave results. You know, you put it in 2 seconds and then you come out on the other end. And the magic is in the process. So I was making examples with Jim. You know where I started? I was posting Jim, blah, blah, blah. And you can see my pictures over the couple of months that she's definitely improving. So I'm not scared to post the process and to go through the process. So I said that a lot of people are all about the Instagram life, you know, Insta-worthy pictures. Yeah. You know, I have to be seen perfect, but there's no magic in perfection. The magic is in the process. I think you are much, much better now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. That is just so true. The magic is in the process. And I think I don't know how much harder we can press this. Like, people just need to understand that point, that it's just that simple. Is that in the dirt, in the ugly, in the not so Instagrammable moments, that's where the magic is honestly happening. So Process though, I do also recognize that it's tough, you know, it's ugly, it's not nice, you know.
No.
What would you say has been the hardest part of your process, like the thing, you know, the hardest part of your process, and the thing that almost ended you, like you just thought to yourself, I'm not gonna make it to the end of this month, or I'm not gonna make it to tomorrow, I'm done, like my business is over, like that one?
Okay, I think your network is better again.
Wow, fam. What?
Okay, so you talk and talk, and then as you are coming towards the end of the question, it becomes fine. So, but I heard the question. What has been my heart? Something that I thought to myself that I'm not gonna make it to the end of the month. I think starting a business generally is not easy. You draw up a business plan, or you have it in your head. I want to start a business. You don't address the question of, my mentor usually says this. I love this lady, Uzibu. So Uzibu says, you can't start a business because there are opportunities for a business. You need to address a certain question. What is your business solving? So we think you have this business idea in your head. Okay, for example, you do not anticipate the days when people are not buying amakuya, for example. So to everyone that is starting a business, they'd be like, oh no, you know, they do the best case scenario and the worst case scenario. And your best case scenario and the best case scenario, you might not even get to the best case, but you are definitely going to the worst than what you have projected. So I think for me, I thought that in health, that, you know, people always have issues with their teeth. They're always gonna come in, you know, even if I don't make it, maybe I'll see 4 or 5 that day, and sometimes you see 0, and then you'd be like, how am I gonna pay rent? And then you'd be like, how am I gonna afford myself? So yeah, sometimes it has been tough, and towards certain months are more quiet than others. You are not able to pay some things, you will fall behind, you will be in arrears, but you go on. In the midst of that, you do learn to swim. You know, they say entrepreneurship is like they throw you to the deep end and then they say sink or swim. And then someone said, no, that's even better. You can maybe learn to swim. Someone said they throw you out of an aeroplane and then you learn to build a parachute on your way down. You don't have the parachute, you learn to build it. So I think I've learned. So I've had my hardest, my way hardest. So to an extent now that sometimes when it's a little, which it has been quite good actually during the COVID era, praise God, to an extent that sometimes when I go through the worst, now I'm like, nah, I've been through the worst. So expect the worst. The worst will come and it will be your worst, and it will test you and you will feel like quitting, but the worst will come.
Yeah, that's so true. You know, I think I want to re-stress a point that you said, that the worst will come and it will probably be worse than you ever thought that it would be. And also the point of, you will fall behind on some things and you will make it in some months where you can't pay, you know, certain stuff. Shem, you'll get through it. At that point, don't quit. Like, whoever is watching this, if this is one thing that you walk away with, it's that one thing. In the beginning, when I started this journey and I fell behind on some stuff, it was like, it literally felt like the end of the world, because I personally don't like owing people. I don't like owing anything. I want to be free of you know, I want to live my life free. And that felt like the worst thing ever. But now I'm just like, guys, it happens, and I've done everything that I can, and it is what it is. It is what it is. And you move on, you grow. So
you do.
So now we've talked another one. I see owing people, another one where you get a client, that you do the work and then they hate you. Like they hate you, they hate your business, and they are, let's say, for example, promising to tell the whole world just how horrible you are. You get those, and you'll make it through those times as well. They happen in business. Not everyone's gonna love you.
Yeah.
Like
you get over it.
Yeah.
It's a part of the process.
Yeah.